Hey, welcome back, Math. That is definitely was the right call to make. Normally I push through and then I kind of call it a night by kind of breaking up the stream into two. Just could do a bit of a workout, have a proper feed, still having my shake. Just feel a lot more refreshed. I think it's like typically after about 5 hours of streaming so far this week, I feel like I start to stiffen up, my energy levels drop, I start talking less. I think this is better.
What is it?
It's a bit after 1 a.m. at the moment. I'm on the west coast of Australia.
Time is of the essence.
All right, fingers crossed we safely get to level 80, and then we can do some crafting and potentially pivot a little bit with our gear setup.
Bright and open. Dreadful.
Don't be too impressed. I'm just a night owl. I would typically go to bed at about 4 or 5 a.m. anyway. I've always been a night owl. Ever since my uni days when I was a young little kid.
Death is my power to wield.
We do always crunch time. Then my job, or I guess I should say my profession, kind of lends itself to crunch hours as well, and would typically do late nights. Then I went through, used to be a dance teacher and used to go clubbing a lot, and that was also late hours. Went through a poker phase, so that's late hours at the casino. I don't know, and just it's always stuck. I've tried to shake it so many times, but I just prefer the late nights. Yeah, I've had a good life. Definitely zero complaints. Traveled a lot. Done a lot. Had plenty of different hobbies. Learnt a lot of different things. Yeah, in many respects, I wish I could do that. So obviously a lot more what people would call regular or normal. But hey, it is what it is. Alright, one more level and we can start doing some crafting. Fingers crossed we get there. Go wispy wisp. Find your air. Oh, I need some idols. Chasing ox and panther idols. Game till the family wakes up at 5, 9, 10, so I get my hours in the morning. Oh, that's decent. You get like, what, a good 3 or 4 hours to yourself? That's more. I've got plenty of friends who are family men and they struggle to get that much, so if it's working for you, there's nothing wrong with that. Where's this last rare? There we go, got it.
Death is my power to wield.
I really should highlight superior items in my filter. There are always quite a few armor scraps, and I am definitely going to need a lot of armor scraps during this craft. So unfortunately for putrefacients, we need to quality up the helmets that we're going to be crafting before we gamble on them, which is quite an expense, but we'll see how we go. My HP bar over the head of my character isn't working again. Hey, Mr. Matchy. G'day, buddy. How'd you stream? Are you still streaming, mate? How'd your session go? Not a problem, man. Honestly, actually, don't thank me. I can't remember who it was. One of my viewers recommended raiding you. So, whoever they were, shout out to them. But it's a pleasure. I was looking for someone new to raid. I typically raid the same people. But it's nice to share the love around the community. What was it? Someone was asking for a fear. Do I have a fear? Discuss. Is this the one that you're talking about, Matt? Do you have a whole bunch of armor scraps, like probably like a whole bunch, whatever you can spare in armor scraps? Alright, I'll hold on to it. Hit me up when you're back. Actually, first I also need a check. Hopefully I don't need it myself, because I just realized I need to change my instill when I get off low life at level 80. So I'll just double check, apologies, whether I need it or not. But if I don't, it's all yours. I wonder if I can put my totems up there. Lol. Does that actually work? No, didn't think so. God, it's so hard to see the telegraph moves with all this Grim Pillar shenanigans. Not that I'm complaining, really loving the ability, but geez, the visual clarity makes it hard in hardcore. Yeah, no dramas, Math. I'm just trying to think what I will potentially be instilling. This is one of the prime options. What's that? Paranoia, Isolation, Greed. So that doesn't need it. Otherwise, This might be an option, which would need it. Or or maybe I'd invest the points. I don't know if I'd travel there, but this is something I may need the fear for that if that's what I decide. What other options are there to me? Anything around this area I could probably path to. Potentially some high value crit nodes. What are they? This one maybe. This doesn't need fear. They're not really worth it. It really depends on whether I use this or not. Because this is very high value for me, and it's quite a bit investment to get to it from where I am at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, although these travel ones are good as well. Would it be worth speccing out of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll see how I go. Kind of need to put these on both weapon set as well. I'll see how I go. Okay, we can respec this now.
Time to change plans.
Effective chance 82, that's nice. Where was I going here? Ah, it was Abyss. I'm going through to there.
How can I take your time?
Not bad. Yeah. I might need it, but look, take it for now. I'm a little bit torn, mate, to be honest, because I may be instilling this very soon as well, and that unfortunately needs the fear as well. But I guess I could ask Blaze if he's got one. So yeah, just come. If I need to, I'll trade it off someone else if I decide to use one. Prefer to help you out now rather than hold on to it. God knows Karma would then I'll then rip or something stupid, and I get to use it anyway. Do you have any echoes by any chance? I could use an echo. Do you have any echoes? Could use one of those. Test, 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 test. Can anyone hear me? Hello? Can anyone confirm if the mic's working? It looks fine in OBS.
With my power to wield.
Can anyone else confirm whether they hear me? Test, test, test. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Test. Is the mic working? Test. Test 1, test 1.
Fine little trinket.
Test 1, 2. Can people hear me? Can anyone confirm they hear me? Ooh, someone ripped. Ooh.
My king nears. Yes. Who sent you? Fine, fine.
Greetings. This is what we have available. Good fortune.
Ah, legend. Cheers. Cheers for confirming.
Darkness, dust, and perhaps something more.
on here. Who's this?
There it is.
Find me a rare, please. And give me a rite of passage.
Spirits picked its prey. Cut it down. Spirits really gone. Come on now. Let's end this. I'm glad. Nah, reckon that we were.
I will cut another corpse to serve.
Oh, nice. That. Almost 80. Almost there. Oof. Why am I running into shit?
No.
I don't think I'm quite going to get 8 on this map, even if I clear this whole level.
Another core to serve.
Nope, not in the cloud. God, is he taking no damage? Nope, come out. What the hell is damaging me? It's kind of not the worst roll. What can I dump? Ooh.
I think not.
Guessing that's worth something to someone, is it? Yeah. Be back in a sec. Cool. Got another echo. That'll help. Nice guy. Alright, back to it. Almost level 80, and then we're going to try and do a whole bunch of crafting so we can pivot our gear setup a little bit. Drop low life, become a bit tankier, hopefully, with the Cloak of Flames and Gore Girdle setup. Let's not count our chickens just yet. No pun intended. And let's just get this last bar or so. Playing so apprehensively, just so close to the mark. I just don't want some random thing ripping me just as I'm about to do something interesting with the build. Even though I'm probably way too strong for this level of content. Baby steps, baby steps. Come on, so close. There we go. What's in here? You know what? That divine order will be a reward for later. Okay. Level 80. Awesome. So we got a whole bunch of stuff to do. First we'll use this quickly. Maybe get a cheeky Mega Blood. Which one of these is the Mega Blood? Go for this one. Oof. Of course not. Alright. What do we have to do now? We have... Glad to help, Math. Yep, we got to 80, and now is the real interesting part. Probably the number one most important thing that we need is hit the armor applies to chaos damage desecration on one of these. Because we're going to be wearing this and this. So we'll take these off. We had boots as well, which we want movement speed on, which will replace these. So we'll probably do that first. Just so we can see where our resistances sit. What are these? Strength boots, yeah. So there's a fair chance we should hit the movement speed at least once. We probably will settle for... I don't think we can get the 35. It's not enough high enough level. 25 would be definitely an insta-take. I will probably settle for the 20 just to not risk missing it. I don't want to use an Omen of Light on these. So we'll start with that. Whoop, good thing we used the echo. Nice. Awesome. Got a little bit nervous there. The very last roll got us the movement speed, but 25 is very, very nice. Not complaining about that at all. Definitely change out these runes so the lightning resistance doesn't bamboozle me later on. Do one of these, probably. And it'll be definitely one of these. Potentially this one as well, but we'll save the last just in case we do need some resistances. Yeah, that's the nice thing, isn't it, Math? You don't die, you just get kicked out. Need more intelligence. Alright, the gloves will go as well. So we don't need the chaos resistance on them anymore. So now, where do we sit? Super short on cold. So we need... Well, if I remove this as well. Cold is the #1 priority, and lightning. So cold and lightning. Actually, I'll keep that off as well because we need the... Ideally the armor with the chaos... Armor applies to chaos, as we talked about. We've got 2 sockets free as well, which is nice. 1 under on the chaos, but that's not dramatic. We can obviously quality this up eventually. Okay, so probably the helmets first. First, we'll see if we get lucky with these. Oh my god, every single one whiffed. Oh well. Oh well, they're all probably going to just be putrefacients then. Damn it. Was not expecting that. I was hoping at least one of them would hit a decent base where we can just craft it properly. What else do I have? Did I have any others? This is already corrupted. This is already corrupted as... Oh no, this is already desecrated on the prefix. This is really, really nice suffixes. If we could... YOLO annul, maybe. Hope to keep the armor applies to Ellie. We'll do 2 or 3 putrefacients and then I guess we'll see. It's unfortunate. What do we got here? What a legend. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you, mate. Alright, take 2. Hopefully one of these hits a decent starting point. Lightning, lightning, lightning. Jeez, it really doesn't like hitting an armor roll, does it? These 3 have potential. No, these 3 are okay. The highest resistance rolls, but it doesn't matter. At least it's a resistance. Almost tempted to use these. Fuck it. Hybrid, life. Oh my god. T1 life, that's passable. It seriously just refuses to roll. Armor. There's a T2 armor. Ooh. Okay, so this is definitely worth, just simply for the armor applies to Ellie. This is a hybrid, which isn't awful. So these three are worth a essence and a proper craft. These not so much. This could be worth a cheeky annul as well. Well, actually, potentially desecrate the suffix and hope to hit the life regions. That's a maybe for a craft as well. Slam this suffix in case it does hit. Armor applies to Ellie. Okay. 2 armor applies to Ellie with life. Armor would be better, obviously, but life is still decent. And they're both T1 armor applies to Ellie, so I'm not complaining about those. Those two are probably the number 1 priorities. Juice attribute requirements is a bit ugh. So we'll say no to that. Alright, so we got 4 bases before we try putrefying. Now, the only question is, do we lock in the resistance with the essence? Or do we use the enhancements and lock in armor percentage to at least guarantee some decent armor? Yeah, I don't imagine many people have got fracturing orbs lying around, and with an ideal nah, I don't want to go to that level. It's not real point, especially considering we're so reliant on. I guess the nice thing, if you did fracture the armor applies to Ellie, is you could kind of keep, rather than using Omens of Light, you can just annul, do the desecration first over and over until you hit the armor applies to Chaos. But still, I don't want to make these expensive crafts. What do you think is better, Scythe? Armor or lock in one of the resistances I need? Well, actually, the resistance that lands doesn't matter, because I do have a couple of fluxes, so that's... can always change the resistance. But I kind of need a resistance. I'm pretty damn low. I could probably get away with not having ideal... Although I'm running the Cloak of Flames, so I kind of do need the armor, don't I? I've got 2 sockets. I really need the resistance, actually. I think I will do res. Missing armor will be a little bit rough, but it's not going to be the end of the world. I could make these a cold pair of gloves. I could essence onto this and then use a flux. So I've got pretty much like a guaranteed 70 odd. What is the essence? How much resistance is the essence? 30 plus. So where are we? Crafting. Oh my god. So this is pretty much almost a guaranteed 70 potential resistance. So I could pretty much guaranteed solve or get close enough with the cold. And then so I just need lightning on the helmet. Yeah, this will solve cold. Lock in lightning, and that is with 2 spare sockets to probably round it off. I think that will solve the resistances, which is probably the number 1 most important thing. Quality this up while I remember as well. Damn, a whittling on that stun threshold would be tempting. Guessing the... Oh... hate being a scab, but... The reason I'm kind of asking that first is if someone did have a whittling and I managed to get another resistance instead of that stun threshold, then that would be huge, obviously. Oh, he does want one. Yep, I got some divs. 4 divs for a whittling, I think, is fair, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, but me and Herm are pals. I'll always sort him out if he needs anything, although obviously I'm... What else can I give him? Kind of probably need the nulls later. Make sure that this actually does hit that stun. Yep, cool. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I really love the vibes around THC. It's the same like with the fear for you, Math. It's like, you know what? You know, I may need it soon, but fuck it, if someone needs something now, let's sort each other out. Yo, thank you very, very much for that. So I'm doing some crafts to fill out these other 2 pieces, and then I was looking at these boots going, T10 stun threshold. This is an opportunity to potentially roll a resistance, which would alleviate some need for these. Like what I was telling the others, I've got this pair of gloves as a base, which are really nice, which I can put a resistance essence on and then use the cold flux That would pretty much solve my cold resistance, or close enough to it with some spare sockets. Yeah, exactly. These boots are super nice. Were you here? Yes, I think it was yesterday or earlier today when I got super lucky with the Desecration Slam, missing the 2 armor rolls, and it was like a T8 mana or something like that. And then I just did the reveal with the Echo, and on the second Echo, the last roll was the 25 movement speed, so that was super nice. We got the T1 armor applies to Ellie, which is super important to us. Scythe sorted me out with a couple of bases, had some brutal luck, like pretty much bricked all of these on the trans and org slams, but did land 2 T1 armor applies to Ellie with life, which isn't too bad. It would hurt quite a bit, our armor, if I missed the prefixes later on, but having that armor applies to Ellie is huge. So really, what's going to influence what essence I put onto these is whether this stun threshold can roll a resistance. And since all 3 elemental resistances are actually open, hopefully it's a pretty high chance. But anyway, enough yapping. Wish me luck. So it's definitely hitting the stun threshold. It's greater chaos. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Fucking hell. Ouch. Can't hit that with a whittling anymore either. And I don't think the whittling will hit that. That'll be probably a higher roll. T2. And I'm pretty sure this armor roll will be lower. Oh well. We got super lucky with these boots on the prefix slam anyway, so look, I'm not going to complain. But that pretty much answers our question. We're going to use an essence on these. What it was, lightning that I'm short on. We'll do these 2 first. Maybe I'll do the gloves first and we'll get super lucky on the last suffix for the gloves. What do you guys reckon? No, I think that's the play. So we'll do that actually first. Which of these do I have quite a lot of? Fire's already on there. We want cold anyway, and that's the one I've got the most of. Actually, shit. I should have probably used this and then desecrated the suffix to guarantee. No, but that still doesn't guarantee it. Nah, look, no regrets. Do I do the flux first? Or do the 3rd suffix first? Or do I desecrate the suffix and just make sure to get another resistance? Although, do I need the resistance? Oh god, so much indecision. This is going to be over 70 cold. So that plus the socket on one of these 3 will pretty much solve the cold resistance. So I could either try and YOLO lightning on this, so probably armor. No, I'll desecrate the prefix, make sure I get an armor roll. So I'll probably flux it now in case it lands on lightning later. So where was that flux? Cold. Nice, high rolled as well. 75 cold. Like, so if we put that on. Yeah, with the rune. We've got cold sorted, so we just need lightning on the helmet. But let's see what the last suffix slam on this is. First, we will lock in the prefix. Herm, do you have any spare Greater Exalt omens? Yeah, no problems, mate. Hey, Balak. No, definitely not doing Warp Runic Ward. This is a very quirky Grim Pillar Chernobog setup. Actually reminds me, while we wait for Herm, any of these items popping up? No. No. Be right back 1 minute. Just gonna go toilet. The Thunder Shield Wall martial artist build looks really fun. I have been tempted to try Whirling Assault on Infernalist, but I probably won't do that in hardcore. Although, who knows? Depends how this character goes. Next character on my to-do list will probably be a Gemling EDC Flame Blast. Or maybe even Ember Fuselage. Do something weird. We're just waiting on Herm for this. This will definitely, anyway, will prefix armor. And then with the Greater Exalt Omen, we'll slam that. See if we get another resistance on the suffix. What's with this brass dome spam that people are doing? Oof, that's a sexy roll. And he hit the third socket. Whoa. Thank you very much. All right, fingers crossed for a cheeky T2 lightning. We don't want fire because this has got a shitload of fire and we're over capped on fire already. We don't really want to use a flux on anything in here. Lightning or cold just to round it off so we don't have to use a rune. Cold or lightning? Yeah, I saw the brass dome, man. It's disgusting. 3-socket near perfect roll. Actually, the interesting thing with the brass dome is the 3rd socket actually is not the best outcome. The best outcome for a corruption, FYI, if people are curious, is to overroll the armor, especially with a good starting point like that. Like, that can actually overroll to 720, I believe. So that gives a shitload more armor, the overall. But that's 3rd socket, obviously, is a super outcome anyway. Alright, anyway, I digress. Let's slam this. Cold or lightning? Actually, no, we can't obviously roll cold again, so just lightning ideally. And an armor roll for the prefix. Life, we'll take that. Life per enemy killed's not great, but I guess it helps with sustain, so it's not the worst suffix. I'm actually quite happy with life, especially if we can get the percentage armor roll on the prefix. We'll save. We won't unveil that just yet because I may want to use an echo for that, and we're quite scarce on the echoes. I'll probably use the echoes for these two. But anyway, so we definitely need the lightning on this. Do one by one. We need suffix and that. We'll go to the well. Quite a few people had them on standard, Blizz, but that's obviously standard with a lot of supply. Okay, so we are desecrating the suffix, the last suffix. And what we are praying for here is to get the chaos armor roll, desecrated roll. Armor applies to chaos, which is about a 12 odd % chance per reveal in the free options. About 4 per roll, 3 rolls per reveal. So with the echo, we've got about a 1 in 4 chance of hitting it. Let's go. I have crafted so many of these, so fingers crossed. We didn't hit the suffix on this. We didn't hit the whittle on this. That was brutal. So come on, let's have some luck with this. Oh god, that's a nice resistance, but we're pretty much, we really need that chaos. Armor applies to chaos. One down. I'll slam the prefixes. If I get really good armor rolls, I may Omen of Light one of these, but right now, we're not. Take 2. Actually, hold on. Please, lurking creature. Please. Please. We humbly request armor. Armor applies to chaos. Seriously, bloody hell. We may have to come back to those. Alright, so we already got the lightning resistance on these. I'm gonna do non-echo attempts on these. Probably use this. We've already got the lightning resistance on there. Whiff. Alright, on to the putrefications. We do have one Omen of Light. So we can always reattempt one of these. I'll do 1 or 2 putrefications first. And see what we hit. Before committing a light and greater exalts to potentially one of these 2. These aren't exactly bricks, they're still decent, but put these in here for now. These 2 are still maybes. Ugh. We'll do some alchemy slams on a couple of these. Who knows? We need it to be rare anyway to desecrate it. Just confirming these are all bricks, yeah. Armor implies daily. We can hit the reduced attribute requirement. Still got plenty of these, so... Ah, missed it. I'll still unveil that, obviously, but... Oh, this is a... Oh no, it's hybrid armor. Decent prefixes, though. Maybe. So these 2 will be putrefications. So we first need to make sure that they're qualityed up. It's so frustrating how much resources this takes up. Okay, so we got that unveil. Stuff it. We'll have a crack at this as well. I'm getting desperate. I really need this bloody armor applies to chaos damage roll. It's almost getting to the point where literally the rest of the item can be absolutely horrendous and I'd still probably use it. Try this first. No. Oh, good start. Not very high, but still not bad. What? T5, yeah. Geez, not bad start on the prefixes. T1, T2, T5. This could be it. This is good prefixes. We got 3 tries, 12 odd % chance, so it's probably about a 1 in 3. 1 in 3. Can you hear the frustration in my voice? Oh, come on. Not the worst. See, like, not the worst pair of helmet, but still. Oh, okay, another very good start. Life, not bad. We want relatively high percentage armor. All right. Again, very good prefixes. 1 in 3 chance. I'm pretty sure mathematically I have gone way over the point where I should have hit it by now. Alright. Ooh, minion skills. Do any minion players actually run armor though? They don't, do they? They all run ES. Oh god, that's right. You can't get abyssal mods when you're doing purification. Oh. Thank you for reminding about that before I sunk more resources into this. Still, we'll finish this off. This could be a decent helmet. Oh, holy. Well, if we don't get the armor applies to chaos, this will definitely be our second option. That's a brick. This is actually a really good helmet. We need the applies to chaos. Well, we've got 6 more tries at helmets. Let's see what we can do. We're probably going to have to... I'm going to slam these with greater exalts. And if I get decent armor rolls on one of them... Yeah, if I get if I get any sort of decent armor on one of these two, I'll probably use my last Omen of Light, get another echo from somewhere, trade someone, something, I don't know. Maybe a whole bunch of chaos orbs. Alright, let's do this. Whiff. Mana, no, that's shit. Respectable. Not great, but not awful. We're gonna use a light, we'll probably use it on that. That's definitely a brick. Alright, so let me sort this out. That's a brick. That's pretty much a brick. This is decent. Put that here. I need to sort out my stashes. This is our backup. If we still don't get that roll, this is our backup. This is still a very, very solid helmet. And luckily we got actually the lightning resistance we needed as well. So this is a very, very solid backup. This is our potential Omen of Light candidate. This is a brick. I'd probably just alk slam all of these. Maybe get something lucky. So I'll put those two on the side there. I'd almost be tempted to even a null slam this and maybe hopefully get lucky. Do you reckon it's worth throwing a couple of 1 or 2 annulment orbs on this and hoping to clear the desecration or one of the prefixes? What do you guys reckon? Actually, first we'll alk orb these. No. 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 These can be 3 to 1, can't they? Yes, good. What other bricks do we have here? Yeah, that's definitely a definite brick. Yeah, that's crap as well. Just double, triple checking I'm not reforging something good. Alright, so if these two miss, we've got one more try. No. Armor applies to Ellie. Horrible suffixes though. No. No. Oop. Not my night. The most important line gets taken off straight away. All right. All right. Once again, most important line gets taken off. Bloody hell. We'll unveil that quickly anyway. Man, brutal. Brutal. Can you see the pain written on my face? Yeah.
Go on.
Saw the armor applies to Ellie and got excited, but it's a low roll. No, it's not worth doing anything with. Okay, so we've got the backup and we've got this. God, is this worth an Omen of Light? I need some help, chat. Herm, what do you think? Is this worth an Omen of Light? The prefixes are pretty damn average. It's like, not awful, but definitely average. The suffixes, if we hit the armor applies to chaos, would be perfect. But the prefixes are meh. And it obviously is a big investment if we miss. But I'm getting desperate. I'd need to get an echo off someone as well. Or I just wait and farm an echo myself using this helmet in the meantime. I think that might be the play. The armor applies to chaos can definitely roll on this. This isn't a putrefaction. I think rather than... The luck obviously isn't with us right now. People have already been very generous with me. I think it's time I farm my own echo and maybe that will give me more luck. And Maybe that's what the universe is telling me right now. Yeah, we'll farm a Echo ourselves. This helmet is still... Like, if we didn't need the armor applies to Chaos, this is actually a very good helmet. Okay, we still got Unveil of this as well, though. Shit, I still need an Echo. God. I don't want to keep scabbing off of Blaze. He's been so generous with me already. Although I just keep it unveiled. I actually may just keep it unveiled, to be honest. I only need one cipher, and please tell me, is there anything on this screen that you need? I really want to give you something that's fair value. I don't know, like 2 or 3, and I don't know, null's worth anything to people. I'd probably Greater Exalt would be probably worth something too, or Greater Chaos Orb or 2. I still want to be fair, Scythe. I really appreciate it, but I do want to be fair. Greater Chaos, alright. One, I'll give you both. Let's... It'll give us, hopefully, some good karma. Yeah, take your time, no rush. I'll sort out the rest of these sockets. So... What do we need? Oh, wow, geez, you're quick. We need fire and lightning. That's fine. We got 4 sockets open. Oh, dude, Scythe, you're a legend. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. Alright, so we'll do these. Quickly. Please, lurking creature. Let's at least have some luck with these gloves. We want percentage armor, and what rolls, modifier rolls are there? Oh. What's decent? Anything mid-range I'll settle for at this point, because there's quite a lot of crap here that we don't need at all. 40% hybrid wouldn't be the worst outcome either, but it would have to be pretty much T1 for this, so 39 for the hybrid with life. Otherwise, probably, shit, anything even 56 and above I'd settle for. 68 ideally. Alright, 68 or above. Well, that's close on the hybrid. Shit, now another decision. Do I settle for this? YOLO. Oh, God, that was worth it. Scythe. Thank you, Scythe. That was massive. That echo was massive. T1 percentage echo by Scythe. You're the man. Oh, that is huge. Having the nice high armor roll on a pretty that's high armor. That is relatively high armor with the cloak combo, because this obviously has no armor on it whatsoever. God, that's actually really nice. Oof. Yeah, that's not bad. Because that gets doubled by the gore girdle, and we've got a whole bunch of armor applies to Ellie as well. Sweet. Not a problem, Herm. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the help as well, mate. Do I Omen of Light? Now that I've got that other echo from Scythe and his echoes seem to be... Oh, look. Why am I holding on to currency? Bugger it. Let's just send it. We're at least set up with this backup setup. I'm just going to send it on this helmet. Vape, I hear you, but it's also... In some respects, it's nice to hit that mod, but in other respects... I mean, hit the mod first, but in other respects, ideally, I'd like to use echoes and all the other proper currency before then and confirm that it's a decent base. I guess there's pros and cons to both approaches. Maybe in the next... If this misses, then maybe the future ones I'll just, yeah, use a preserved rib directly and... Although we kind of did that. We started with a blue base. We used an essence, which you need to do anyway to make it rare. None of these were good, were they? Oh, look. We'll have a crack at this. We'll have a crack at this, and we'll move on. Abyssal Essence spam and chaos if you don't hit the right... Yeah. Good suggestion. I like that, actually. Thank you. That didn't actually pop into mind. Yeah. Annul it down, one mod it, and... Thank you for that idea. Alright, if this misses... I still want to use this because the T1 armor applies to Ellie is massive for us, irrespectively. And I've got this echo sitting here anyway. So as much as the armor isn't fantastic, having T1 armor applies to Ellie and that chaos roll, and we've got the lightning resistance we need to still make this helmet very good. So you know what? I don't care. I'm going to send it. Prefix of full. No, very good suggestion, Vape. I understand what you're saying now. Yeah. Scythe, seriously, your echoes both have come up fucking brilliant. You have no idea how happy you've made me. T1 armor on the gloves, and finally, after about a week, I've been pretty much trying for this mod the whole league. And not only that, even rolled high. 29 with the highest roll for the armor applies to Ellie. Oh... That feels so good. Oh, finally. This is what relief looks like. Oh, man. Oh. Now I need to be careful and not actually rip this character straight away because it's actually pretty damn stacked. Like, that's super good with the third socket. This is now the first time I've hit this mod. These gloves are great. The boots are great. The rings are really good. The amulets, meh. But everything else is really solid. Oh, man. At least that helmet's still a very nice backup. That'll go in the twink bin. 807. 850 armor is not the worst. So we need the 3 resistances, fire, lightning, and cold, and we'll leave the body armor for something a little bit more valuable. Actually, is there any high value runes on defensive runes on any of these pieces? Charm gains, no. Area of effect. Area of effect's not bad, but gloves, anything specific here? Non-damaging elements, no. Damaging elements, no. No, none of that. And boots. No. Alright, so what was it? 1 fire. One of those, one of those. Good. Got a decent amount of armor plus chaos now as well. Good. Reduce curse effect. That's limit 1 and we already got one of those in there. Probably just this. Fuck it. Okay. No longer running low life. So get rid of this. No longer need to make sure my life is balanced with this. Disgust, isolation, fear. Fear, isolation, disgust. Reduce effect of curses on you. Does that? I would imagine that stacks with this, doesn't it? Reduced effect of curses. This is actually really nice. Guilt, suffering, envy. Immune to exposure as well. That would make us near immune to curses. Increase block chance. This is enough. Isolate, that's expensive. Yeah, I'm really leaning towards this. Immune to bleed. Oh, geez, if you shapeshifted, this is fucking giga. What else did I need to do?
What is it?
Another strategy.
This goes. How much regen would I have? $68 in this form. I don't know, how much spirit am I using? We're getting rid of this. Putting this just on number 2. Malice, how much have I got in here? Maximum life per second, recovery. Region, so what's that? 20, 60, 90. And this has got 150, so we still got 60 remaining. Probably won't take that, and I will double up on parity, maybe. Ooh, 10. Vitality. Ooh, perfect. If I'm correct, 160, 150. I need 150 for the 2 totems. That balances the spirit out nicely. Nice. I like that. Is my block still capped without magma barrier? Not quite, but close enough that I'm not going to worry about it. It's not worth it for 1 more %. That's alright. That's looking alright. That's looking okay. Where do I put these 4 points? I do want this. No, sorry, it wasn't this one. Or was it this one? Guilt, suffering, envy. Is Blaze live? I can always do the instillment later. It's not critical. Is there any other options where I do have the currency for it right now? Isolation. Envy, despair, paranoia. I don't think I've got despair. Despair, envy. Actually, I'll double check. What do I have? Disgust, greed, guilt, ire, paranoia, envy. Okay, basically just all the budget ones. That was the other option. But then I'd need to re-find a fear. That's right. Is there any DPS options? Actually, what else is there? This is decent. Ire, fear, despair, no. Disgust, disgust, greed. Do I have 2 disgust? Okay, so that's an option. That's not bad as a backup. Armor applies to fire. And we're converting with the cloak a lot of physical to fire. Yeah, let's go with that. And then later, I think I will switch to this for the curse reduction. But I need a suffering. No, it's all right, Math. I found a different option, which is still pretty good. This is still very solid for me. Discuss, discuss, greed. Actually, I should just quickly double check there aren't better amulets around. I do need 50 spirit at least on the amulet. So none of those work. No. So pretty much need a solar amulet, actually, or an amulet with a perfect roll. Just before I use the liquids. What else are we interested in? Oh, we need the lightning resist, but we do have the fluxes, so at least needs one resistance, and then we're probably after life and armor rolls. This isn't the worst base in the world. And has a chance at rolling plus levels. As rare as that would be, but still a chance. Low item level though. You know what? I'll grab this first scroll and see what I can do with it, maybe. That's the one with... Oh, I've only got one perfect. Oh, is it worth a cheeky slam? Does this have any potential to be... This has a crit damage bonus life as well. No, it's not worth it. I'll stick with the ammo. We've already got everything else balanced out, and I want to actually get into some gameplay because I'm curious how this will hold up. Okay, now we've got 4 passive points. Where did those 4 passive points come from? I only had 1 from the level up. What did I unspec? Did I unspec something important? I'm drawing a blank here. Am I tripping? I leveled up, I got 1 point, and then I did something and now I got 3. I can't remember where they came from. What the hell? Is this like a visual bug? It's not letting me... Oh, it's the 2 ascendancy points. Bloody hell. No wonder.
Another strategy.
That makes sense. Oh, that's right. I was thinking about potentially trying demon form. What's the regen like in this form? 90, and I believe demon form at this level is well over 100. Nah, that's going to be too oppressive. I can either go spell damage, I could go Bringer of Flame, but Grim Pillars doesn't hit hard, so the Ignite would be very meh. Go max life, 6%. Yeah, that's nice. Now we've got 2 points left over. Yeah, the one from the level up and one we got rid of Pain Attunement. I'd like to get this on both weapon sets probably. So that's what, 10, 18, 23 armor applies to Ellie. It would be nice to have that on the weapon set 1 as well. Or do I just start making my way up here? I think I'll just start making my way up here. Spent too much time. Alright, let's quick sanity check. Touch low on the armor in the DPS setup, but that gets doubled by the gore girdle. So 20k, and that's probably not the important figure. It's more that applies to Ellie because most of our physical is getting converted away. So we got 40k armor to fire, which is the main one, because that's 50% of the physical damage is going into that, and double these two. It's not bad. We'll see how that feels. Resistances are balanced. Spirit 150 on both. Spare for the totems. Alright. Let's go. Okay, that took a while, but let's see if it was worth.
They haven't built a fortress strong enough to stop me.
Forgot one thing. We can't use the execute support anymore. Probably easiest option is just cold mastery, bump up the level. That's probably without me overthinking it. Yep, so execute gives us no value anymore. Because we're not in low life. And we'll get cold mastery, bump up the level. God. It is cold, isn't it? Yeah. So 17. That's interesting. This is... Oh, different weapon set. Cool. Yeah, that's noticeable. How much mana regen do I have here? 80. Not bad. Definitely can notice a little bit less DPS, but my HP is practically not moving at all. So defensively, first impression is really nice. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. This boss will actually be a decent test of the defenses. She always jumps around and does a whole bunch of random shit. Oh, it keeps killing my pillars. Yeah, it's good. Single target's still passable. Not as good as it was before, but definitely first impression of the defenses is this is very, very good move. Yo, what's up, Atomic? You missed an epic crafting session and build pivot in terms of my armor and defensive setup. Okay, as tanky as I'm feeling, let's not get carried away. But I'm so far happy with the result. Why is this not going to this rare? It's going for the essence, isn't it? Of course it is. I definitely need... Got a wand upgrade in the inventory, which I'll probably do a little bit later. That's all plus all levels. That'll give me some... We'll give the spell tone a little bit more tankiness. Man, the first impressions are really good of these defenses. I'm not even losing energy shield. Are you all good, Atomic? On the medical front, that is.
Not bad.
Think so. Fingers crossed for you, bud.
Another pretender to power.
Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. About 12k armor applies to chaos. Not the worst. You can always find ways to boost our armor even more. Wand upgrade will help with the DPS tremendously. That, and we've still got 3 more levels on the Grim Pillars to get, so that will scale that a little bit. We still don't have plus levels on the amulet, so there's still room for upgrades there DPS wise, and obviously pretty much, if need be, the defenses hold up, and most of the passives should be going into DPS now as well. So we've still got scaling available. Well, good luck to you tomorrow, bud. Hope it goes well. Man, that is quick. Come out of your little mist, please. Whoop. Please don't die inside it. Nice.
Defines us all.
I think not.
Yes. Goodbye.
Well, at least you don't have to wait, like you say. That's always a relief when something needs to be done. It's nice, just get it out the way.
Welcome.
Take your time. Bring any tomes you find.
How can I help?
Bring any tomes you find.
Alright, let's find a powerful map boss and start moving up a little bit. Don't like Forge. Ruggroast is a crappy boss as well. Forge again. Confluence, we'll go there. Save the Abyss for non-Abyss maps. Do we have another tablet we can use? I'll use an Overseers just to... Previously attempted, what? Alright, we'll go here. Actually, no, we don't need the Overseers then for that. Was another tablet. There's some breach ones, nice.
I sense such hatred in your heart.
We carry his name. Makarui.
End this foolishness!
I shall bathe in your blood.
Let's see if we can move a little bit faster, be a bit braver. See how the build holds up.
None can oppose me.
Keep on him. Wrath and flame. It's getting stronger. We're wearing it down. Don't let up.
God, these totems die so quickly.
Don't let up.
Oops, what was that? Boss has the most scuffed hitbox. That slam did practically no damage to me. Good to know. Alright, T9 map. Let's move up.
Yes. Who sent you? So it is.
Greetings. This is what we have available. Deal. Carry on.
Oh, that's decent. Poof. Maybe we can keep moving up. Take it easy, Math. Have a good night's sleep, mate. Thank you for tuning in.
You seek out your own suffering.
Another corpse to serve me.
So someone was saying Losenmeyer is different now. What is it? You follow the flow of the water, was it?
Dominate this world, yet you're content to run errands for the Alvary.
Have you never heard of a side quest?
Tell yourself as time slips through your fingers.
I have plenty of time left. Unlike you.
So charming. You must have so many friends.
A tier 2 fizz percentage and T2 crit chance course and now can nice math rats. So Tomic, I'm doing the right thing here, yeah? You were saying like just follow the islands basically. Cool. Okay, which way do I go now?
None can oppose me.
Cool. Thank you for that, Atomic. %25% crit. Ugh. Yeah, it's good to know how to do that now. For the longest while, though, that map had no mobs whatsoever, and I'd just sit there and just basically run through the blood until I found it. That was on standard, though, where my character was just had so much regen and sustain that it didn't even matter if I had maximum stacks. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, this guy's making me take too much time. Silly map.
None can oppose me. Hold still now. Venom.
God, how much HP does this bastard have? Definitely need that wand upgrade. Need to get back into Abyss. Get an echo.
Ready to hunt.
Non-believer. None can oppose me.
There's our target. Strike fast. Don't give it a chance to recover. Don't lose focus.
The hell is that? Wow, okay.
Finish it. Come on now.
Little purge button. Whereabouts is the purge button? I'm having a look in chat settings. I can't see anything. Slow mode. Deleted messages pop out chat. I'll check it out later, mate. Hold on. Twitch purge chat. Hold on. I'm going to test something. That works, I think. I can still see it, but I'm guessing it's cleared for everyone. You probably still see your own messages. I don't know. Let's see.
Show me your power, dear sister. Wit and rot. Right of the fourth moon. No escape. My love, my bones risen of bone. Now, still.
The abilities do absolutely no damage to me. Oh, yeah, I get you. And that's the only way to get the plan Archon. Yeah. I do vaguely remember that. Gotcha.
Speak.
How can I help? This is what we have available. I'll find a use for it. Bring any stones you find.
Throw that in there for now. Oop. Armor, that's worth. Not really. Saves you 100 spiller on the cast on crit storm. Overgrown nodes, yeah, I gotcha. I need to do some Abyss. Actually, I need this as well, don't I? To increase the chances of the Amanamu monsters. Should get that.
Another corpse to serve me.
Yeah, on the staff, yeah. 50% gain HRs to a pants overgrow. That'd be a cool build to potentially run. But I've played plants a lot, so yeah. I've got the red one, at least on Entangle, which I quite like. Can't remember what it's called.
My tablet completed.
I love leveling with plant. Plant Bone Storm is my go-to leveling build. If I'm not trying something new, I pretty much always go plants, Bone Storm.
One by one.
Oh, is this a Heart of the Well? Could this be a Heart of the Well? I think so. That'll be nice. I'll hold on to that until I have the echoes to unveil it. If I can actually bloody kill her. Bloody hell. Now the Lich. Nice. Now just play this safe. It's not expecting to get a Heart of the Well. Nice little bonus. God, she has a lot of HP. Now get into range so the critical weakness gets applied. Yeah, it speeds up the DPS. Yay! Awesome. I unfortunately can't run curses because I just don't have the attributes for it. Although, maybe I do. Does one of these pieces roll with attributes? This has got a bit of strength on it. I maybe could. No, I kind of like... I don't want to go intelligence. I need like... What is it, about 140 intelligence for the max level curse, just so it applies to everything correctly. Maybe a little bit less, but it's still a big investment. I'd probably need to put 60 strength out of here into here. Ugh, nah. I know it'll be more damage, but I prefer to be just safe on this character. Maybe in the future. Pretty sure you still need the attribute requirements for it to actually work, though. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure of that. All good. What's this? Oh, rarity, okay. Yo, Cal! How's it going, mate? How'd your run go? How's the new character feeling? Level 62 hit maps in a single stream. Oh, jeez, that's a solid. I just got a lucky little cheeky Heart of the Well, so I'm pretty chuffed about that. And I spent about 2 hours of this stream switching to a Cloak of Flame Gore Girdle setup. And finally got the armor applies to chaos damage roll on a helmet, so... Feeling very tanky. I took a little bit of a DPS hit. I'm definitely lacking a little bit on the DPS front, but I've got some scalers for that. But the build's feeling tanky, which is the main thing. I'd take it for the Culling Stripe threshold. I'll make a note to myself to look out for that. I probably won't be unveiling it until tomorrow because I want to get the echoes for it. The Runeforge doesn't give much. It just gives a bit of runic ward. It doesn't change anything else about it. It's just basically some free HP since I don't use energy shield anyway. Yeah, nothing exciting about it. At this stage, Atomic, honestly, I've gotten so much help from people and tried to trade some things back, but ultimately it's time for me to farm up some of these echoes myself. Like you said, they're not that hard to get. It's just a case of spending the time. Yeah, exactly, Cal. It seems people are always chasing it. I'm always starved for them. I need one for a wand upgrade, and now I need 4 more for that Heart of the Well. So I'm gonna be doing Abyss for a while. God, this guy's stuck in the corner and not taking any damage. Get out of there. Good.
I think not.
Yeah, you'll need it for... How many... What's that? 6 modifiers, isn't it, on the staff? Holy. That's going to be an investment. 4. Oh, does it come with, like, 2 set... Oh, yeah, it comes with the... modifier magnitude, doesn't it, and one of the skills? Correct me if I'm wrong? Yeah. Have you actually got one of the staffs ready, or are you still waiting for someone to find one? Do people actually farm Kulamat? Ah, cool. Gotcha. Makes sense. Definitely need this wand upgrade. This build is much more ethical than the shield wall, DPS wise. Yeah, ancient currency farm, yeah. I was given like 7 stars today, but I don't have Echo Scrap yet. Hence why you need 30 of them. Gotcha. This is T10. I'm working up the tiers. So what's that? Got a T11 map now. I pretty much wanted to solve my defenses first. I've got a very good wand base ready to craft, but like I said, just need the echo for it. Even though I believe the Amunamu elemental damage roll, I'm pretty sure that's guaranteed when you use one of these. Like, if I pull it up, where's the wands? God, I'm blind. Like, Amunamu 1, 2, 3 modifiers. So I believe this is guaranteed. But I've done these so much, and I do vaguely recall that I once did this on a 1 and I think 0.43, and the elemental damage didn't come up, and I've been paranoid ever since. and use echoes. So that's the roll I want. Because if I show you the base, I want to essence on spell damage and then get the elemental damage. So I have 2 times the damage roll and have good prefixes. And then just YOLO the suffixes. But that'll be a big upgrade on this. Yeah, so I'd have not the highest T spell damage, but like 80% spell damage, another 80% elemental damage. That's a nice T1 gain extra as lightning, which is super nice for getting a chance for shock. The +4 is obviously Giga. I'd even be potentially tempted to even maybe farm a Fractured Orb. And before I unveil the Desecration, when there's the... Try and fracture the +4. Yeah, I know, Fracture... I can't remember my Pilfering Ring from 0.5, but I think I found about 7 or 8 only. On probably well over 200 hours, if not more. But this is definitely going to be a big damage upgrade over this. I'm just going to start putting some damage into these nodes. Actually, no. I was working my way up.
Speak.
Another strategy.
This.
Speak.
And I've got this. So these two will be a nice... Hopefully this will be nice. But even so, I'll still get a lot of DPS from that upgrade. And I've still got a couple levels to go. This is only level 17. So I've still got some DPS scaling to go. But we'll see how it goes.
Welcome. Take your time.
Right, what am I doing? Oh, jeez. That's not what I want.
How can I take your time?
Cal, are you still there, by the way? Who else is worth raiding? Because I'm probably going to wrap up. I'm going to test out this T11 map, and I was about to head off as well. And since you just raided me, it's probably worth me passing it on to someone of your choice. Ostrix, Major Aimless, or Timmy. I'll let Cal make the call. Yeah, it'd be nice to keep it like THC. If possible. But if Winality's a mate of yours or something like that, I'll definitely pass it on there. Just make the call, Cal. I'm happy to pass it on whatever your recommendation is. Timmy is cool. Alright, we'll do it to Timmy once we're done. I'll finish this map. Hopefully not rip. Like, if you have a look, Cal, the defenses feel pretty damn good. Obviously, this not really getting hit by too much here, but I face tanked a little bit. May rip, but YOLO. Let's stress test it a little bit. I'm not really moving much. I don't know, feels good at the moment. But yeah, I do need to scale up the DPS a little bit. I'll probably sort out a ninja tomorrow. A little bit too tired right now to... I know it only takes 5 minutes, but if you're curious, I'll do a ninja late. Maybe when I log off, I'll quickly do one and I'll send it to you if you want to, out of curiosity, have a look at it. Cool. Definitely need that wand upgrade though, the plus levels, just to even make the bloody totems tankier, because I do find that they die a bit too quickly for my liking. Oh, these totems die way too quickly. I really need that wand upgrade. More damage, totems will last longer. I may play around with upping the level of entangle and using that Morrigan's Insight as well for some guard. If I can get Morrigan's Insight online, that'll be a massive extra defensive layer as well. I'm freezing stuff all the time. Yeah, these totems have got no resistances. They just die almost in one shot. At least it appears I've got my defenses in order. That was the #1 priority. DPS we can always fiddle with.
Death is my power.
Worst case scenario, if the DPS really does, if it does feel like too much of a struggle, I do always have the option of just taking the Spirit Reservation and getting that instillment for the reduced meta reservation costs, and probably be able to put down 2 extra totems. That's also essentially a double of the DPS. But obviously lose the 25% life to the reservations, though it's a bit of a gamble in hardcore. We'll see how we go. Still got room to get +2 levels at least on the amulet. It's more DPS actually. Getting an amulet with 50 spirit at least and +2 to spell levels is probably going to be pretty damn tricky. But it's there. Oh, this doublet, nice. Ooh, Greater Chaos. Yeah, definitely last map. Definitely feel my energy levels dropping off. Ooh, Abyssal Depths. This is a chance at an echo. Fingers crossed. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things, especially in this hardcore league. I noticed the difference in terms of not just my energy levels for the stream, which is something I'm still getting used to, but from a gameplay point of view, it's almost kind of, you just start to YOLO and just face tank things and go back into kind of like muscle memory standard league habits. And I'm kind of enjoying this character a little bit too much just to rip him at just this point. Cal, this really feels like a Cal Torak build. And I'm liking it. I'm liking the slightly slower pace, constantly having to tweak and theory craft things. It's feeling great. Looks too meta for me. Well, Grim Pillars is quite overpowered, granted. I think you'll be hard-pressed to find anyone having a similar setup to me, though. You gotta give me at least that much. And compared to the shield wall, I'm definitely not one-shotting absolutely everything in 5 seconds. Playing like you. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Yeah. Whoop, I actually took some damage there. Whoop. Little whoopsie trip there. God, dude, these totems are seriously dying way too quick. I'm not going to level up the gem until I get that one sorted though, just in case the wand levels by themselves make it feel good enough. So I want to keep the mana costs under control as well. Especially if I plant... Oh, nice. Come on, Echo. Before he puts the void back up. Oh, well. That's a nice little one to finish the night on. Not an echo, but definitely take the light. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think this is a non-powerful version of a T11. We'll see how the DPS feels on this, because I've been doing powerful bosses. Yeah, not too bad. Stop killing my totems, please. Yeah, not bad. Passable. I always have to keep in mind that I've been a little bit... Played the shield wall for too long and need to remember that's not the norm. Doing 3 million hits on bosses. And I'm still not nowhere near that level either. It's only level 80. Anyway, nice little light. Anyway, we'll end it there. Thank you very much for the raid, Cal. I think most of the people have moved on anyway. Yeah, exactly. In SSF, that shield wall build was, well, I didn't exactly put it together in a pure SSF fashion, but it was still relatively close to it. But yeah, anyway, we'll wrap it up there. I think we'll pass it on to Timmy. Cal, thank you once again, buddy. Good to see that you're enjoying the new build and doing well as well. That's a pretty damn good effort to get through the whole campaign in hardcore in one sesh. Cypher. Those 2 echoes, my man. Epic. Scythe gave me two echoes for 2 greater chaos, which I dare say I got the better end of the deal there. We slammed on the T1 armor here, and the chaos armor applies to chaos was huge. Massive, absolutely massive. Anyways, thank you all. Have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever it may be. I'm going to look up Timmy, and in about 10 seconds, we'll jump across towards him. Timmy P. Start raid. Five seconds. Thank you all. Take it easy.